All right. We're here for you guys. Padres lose. They're swept in LA.
All right, have a good night, everybody. Talk to you later.
Worst case scenario, obviously, the way this team is playing right now, there are a zillion ways we can take this. We're all disappointed. We're all frustrated. It's hard to fathom that a quarter of the way through the season, the Padres are 7 games behind the Dodgers and 3 games under 500. But here we are. And today is a culmination of poor play where you have a leadoff double in the first inning. It's basically the story of your season. You don't score. You have just 3 hits. You can't hit with men in scoring position. You can't beat the Dodgers in the regular season. You can't win in LA. The quotes post-game, Jim, the way that they were acting in the dugout with 2 outs in the 9th inning is a terrible look optically. I mean, there's a zillion ways we can take this. It's the wrap-up show with John and Jim. Please, as you make your way in, subscribe, all right? Hopefully this is a low point, but with baseball, there are no guarantees of low points. There's 120 games remaining, so there's no guarantee.
It can always get worse.
It can always get worse, and you got to get right against the Royals. So subscribe, smash the like button, follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. We appreciate all the super chats. We really do. We're going to start with the super from our mod Jared in a moment. We appreciate your memberships as well. Click the join button down below. So there's a lot to get into, Jim. Disappointing is doesn't do it justice, but the way the Padres are playing right now, I'm not saying their season is on the brink, but it is a very dangerous time where at some point you got to start playing better than they're playing right now.
They are 100% in their own heads. 100%. This is a mental thing. This is a mental block that is spread throughout this entire team, entire clubhouse. I actually thought the pitching this weekend was pretty good.
It was fine. I
think Joe Musgrove yesterday bared down and got through into the 6th inning. I mean, that could have been way worse yesterday. I thought Ryan Weathers pitched well today.
He was
really good.
Yep.
I thought Blake Snell pitched really good Friday night. This is not about the pitching. This has zero to do, even though the bullpen has given up leads in a majority of the games this past week. It's not about that. It's not about that. This team offensively and every one of those hitters is in their heads mentally. That's the only explanation that I have.
I agree with you.
The only thing I can point to is to why they're struggling. No one's hurt. Everyone's out there. I know people on social media were looking at maybe Machado's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. He's making some really good defensive plays in the field. If he was hurt, I don't know if he's making those plays.
Depends. I'm
not going to use that as an excuse. I'm just not. But I will say, and I put it on Twitter, and you're like, oh, whatever. But seriously, after you get called out by your manager, pretty scathing remarks from Bob Melvin, right? No fight. These guys aren't getting it done. They need to be a lot better. Like, we have some big bats in our lineup that need to be a lot better. To get called out on May 11th, it's hard to do, right? You have to play some really bad baseball for your manager to call your team out publicly to the media on May 11th. And I openly said on Thursday night, I was like, I think this team is going to respond just because of what they did last year after they got called out by Bob Melvin. And there's too many good players in that clubhouse to not respond. And by the way, you're facing off against the Dodgers. So there's not much else you really need here, I feel like, to get up and turn this thing around. And they completely fell flat.
Yeah, spoiler alert, they didn't.
And they honestly, could have. This could not have been more embarrassing to get swept after you get called out by your manager in LA. And I don't even know if they had a lead in this series, John. Did they have a lead in this series at all? In one game?
Well, they didn't today. They didn't score.
Did they have a lead in any game in the series? I don't think so. They tied it up on Friday.
That. It's hard to. They didn't yesterday. I know that.
They didn't on
Friday. Was at Chili Peppers. What happened? They lost.
They didn't on Friday because Snell gave up 2 runs.
It was 2-2 in the 7th, and then they gave them back.
So they didn't lead one time in the series. You know how embarrassing that is after you get called out by your manager?
The whole thing's embarrassing. The whole thing was just bad. Listen, from the Kershaw meme until today, and I'm just using it as the jumping off point, the whole thing's just bad. You've lost 5 straight to the Dodgers.
They had a 1-run lead yesterday, by the way. Sorry.
They had a 1-run lead yesterday?
Soto's home run in the first.
Okay. They've lost 5 straight overall. They've lost 5 straight to the Dodgers. They're 1-7 in their last 8 games. And you're 1000% right. We'll read some of these quotes coming up. They're just so lost right now that the Royals don't guarantee any fix. Royals suck. 12-30, 6-13 on the road. But if you play like this, if you're offensively anemic, if you cannot hit with men in scoring position, if you have Manny Machado's first ever hitless series against the Dodgers, by the way. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Manny Machado. I don't care. It's something. May not be physical. I'm with you. It's some combination of something that is allowing him to play like this right now on offense. I mean, he was quoted as saying we're pressing. So maybe it's just as simple as that. But I mean, he's among the worst hitters in baseball right now with his 650 OPS over a quarter of the way through the season. Let's get to some of these supers and then let's continue to react. Jared, let's start here because I actually think it's a good jumping off point. He says, thank you, Jared, by the way, for your membership. He says, since I know what everyone really wanted to hear today is Jake and I made up and are cool, all is right in the world, and the Padres will be okay. We had a little bit of tit for tat back and forth with a couple of our moderators yesterday or 2 days ago. All good. They've made up. Jared, thank you. You've been with us since day one of this channel. All good. Let's keep this thing going. Okay, let me get to JD Gaucho. Let me just run through these when I can. He says, I think the Padres and their fans may still be hungover from the NLDS. No other reason for this mental fog. Jim, you sent me the tweet, maybe it was today or over the weekend, how these teams in the NL that have won the National League pennant have all started slow since 2018. Dodgers were in there. Nationals were in there. Braves were in there. Whomever else. Phillies were in there.
Here's
The
the
last 4 NL pennant winners were all under 500 after 40 games, right?
here's the last 4. The Phillies last year were 18-22. The Braves in 2021 were 19-21. 2020 year doesn't count. 2019 Nationals were 16-24. And 2018, if you remember, the Dodgers went to the World Series that year and they lost to the Red Sox. But they started the year 16-24.
I don't remember that. Is that
I don't
real?
remember that. Is that real?
I mean, that what?
Huh?
16-24. Jeez.
Um,
The point is, it can be done.
It can be done. So I mean, that's it. That is a positive if we're looking at, because we said, hey, stop talking about the 2019 Nationals already, because every team is not like that. And I'm not saying the Padres are going to be like these 4 teams to win the NL pennant either.
No, it could be. We don't know.
We don't know.
Possible, at least.
Things could change. I just look at it. I just look at it this way. You got pretty much the team that they're going to have for the entirety of the year, right? I mean, they're not going to make any major changes. I mean, you have to get a catcher. That's first and foremost. You're going to get some bullpen pieces, and you could get another arm pitching wise, right? Starting pitcher. But the core of this team is not going anywhere.
Well, not the core.
Tatis, Cronenworth, Soto, Manny, Bogarts. Like, you're not making a big time in season Juan Soto trade. You're just not.
I hope not. He's been a bright spot.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying is like this team is pretty much set, except for a couple other pieces that they need to round out the roster and help them. But I mean, it's hard to not think that this team coming into the year drank their own Kool-Aid. Like, hey, look at the core 4 here. I mean, remember FanFest? It was like, who's gonna beat us? Look, we got Soto over here, got Tatis over here, got Manny over here, got Bogarts over here. I mean, it was insane at FanFest, and I just think, along with them not being able to adapt to the new rule changes, which I think is a cop-out excuse personally.
Well, I don't think that's a factor anymore.
That's what I mean. I think that should not be an excuse anymore. Maybe the first week or so of the season, but now that's a bullshit excuse. I do think that coming into this season, there was a little bit of a Kool-Aid drinking for sure from everybody involved.
Yeah, but it's like that's fair, and I agree with you. But it's like they're way worse today with the full complement of players, Musgrove and Tatis, than they've been at any point. They weren't 1-7 early during any stretch. I mean, they weren't this bad early, and they're this bad now. It's like this is getting worse. The only stretch of play that's been consistent was they had the 2 weeks after Tatis' return. They had Mexico City. I think they went 9-4 in a 13-game stretch, and now this is the worst baseball they've played all year. I don't think there's a close second. I mean, you just lose. I mean, and honestly, it all flipped on the hater homer. I'm not putting it on him, but think about that.
No.
You could have won 2 out of 3. last Sunday against the Dodgers. There are 2 outs in the 9th inning. Josh Hader allows a home run. And from that point on, you are awful. I mean, you've been as bad as any team in baseball since winning against the Dodgers last Friday night at Petco Park. So they got to find a way to dig themselves out of this. And it does start with the offense. And Bob Melvin said it was like, we don't, I mean, I'm paraphrasing. He's like, we can't look at the standings. We got to figure out our offense.
And I saw the quotes from Musgrove saying, look, we're not playing bad baseball. We're just 1 pitch or 2 pitches away from winning these series. I'm sorry to disagree with you, Joe, but you're playing bad baseball. Yeah, you might look at this as hey, 1 pitch here, 1 pitch there. We could turn things around.
But that's baseball.
That's baseball.
Right.
And right now, you guys are the worst offensive team with runners in scoring position by a wide margin. And that to me is not just we're 1 or 2 pitches away from turning things around. That's a systematic failure with your offense that needs to change everything about it going forward for the final 120 games of the season. Because if you do not, this whole it's early crap that people are still saying, guess what? You'll be 80 games in the season and it's like, oh shit.
I mean, it's not early. It's not the schedule. It's the team. It's their play. I don't care if they were playing the Royals over the last 6 games. They wouldn't be 5-1 against them. They'd probably be 1-5 or 2-4. They're just not playing well collectively. Yes, the opponent matters, but for whatever reason, this team has pressed since day one in clutch situations this year, and that certainly hasn't changed and needs to change moving forward. So let's turn the page by trying to break the curse, like with the super chat from Jared. Very generous. Breaking the curse supers. Let's get a clap emoji in the chat. If you want to do a break the curse super, click the $sign below the chat box. Let's try to break the curse with this as well, Jim, real quick. I got a giveaway. We have a giveaway for you guys. No, it's not my shirt, but you're getting this Foco floral button down, the perfect Father's Day gift. Okay. But wait, there's more. You're also getting the floral Padres bucket cap.
Oh.
Here's how to win. Here's how to enter, whether you're here live or on replay. Okay. Here's what I want right now. For the Royals series, give me total runs plus hits plus errors for the Padres. Total runs plus hits plus errors for the Padres in a 3-game series. Whoever's closest without going over wins the floral button up and the straw hat. If there's a tie, it's whomever submitted their guess first. Only 1 guess per viewer, or you're disqualified. You can comment as well if you're watching on replay and be eligible. The winner is going to have their item shipped directly to them from Foco. So you're not getting like the used Jim Russell floral hat or the used John Schaefer floral button up. If you want to win this great giveaway from our friends at Foco, and by the way, check out their gear. It's pinned at the top of the chat. All types of stuff available for Padres fans, even on days like today. The perfect gift for the Padres fan in your life. There's Padres apparel, Padres bobbleheads, Padres summer gear, spring gear. Click the link pinned at the top of the chat. We've got perfect Father's Day gifts for you, perfect gifts in general. Check it out. So again, we're looking for runs, hits, errors in the Royals series. Any guesses, Jim, when you hear that? You can throw a number out. Total runs, hits, and errors.
I mean, I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm going to say 15 runs total for the Padres. What? 34 hits and 2 errors.
So 51.
51.
So
yeah.
Jim says 51. I'm with you. I'll take the over. I'll take the over on 51. I think they have to at some point do something. Maybe it's just 1 game, 10 runs.
Like I mean,
how can you not?
Like, look, just because this team is shit in the bed right now doesn't mean these guys aren't good hitters and good players. These guys are. They're all-stars. They're MVP candidates. I mean, they're some of the best players in the history of the sport in the game today. I just, for whatever reason, right now they're just in this massive, massive, massive slump. And it's hard to think that they're just not going to get out of it for a full year. It's just hard to think that.
Did you notice, by the way, also that, and it doesn't surprise me, obviously Melvin's not going to be overly critical like he was Thursday every day as the losses pile up. I sensed today when I listened to the post-game comments and I watched them as well. So I listened once and I watched them once. He is now trying to actually pick his team up, which is, by the way, the smart angle.
Right.
Okay, you
You can't
tried
keep beating
something.
them down as the
Exactly.
manager.
You tried something, it didn't work. By the way, that doesn't mean that's the only way. There's a lot of baseball in front of this team. They need to be propped up. As stupid as that sounds, we can come on here and we already have for 15 minutes. I don't think we've killed him by any stretch tonight. I think it's more of an admission of what the hell is wrong and how can you get this thing going. Remember Friday night when I joined you after the concert and then I stuck around for another 30 minutes? I'm like, this is about nothing other than winning one game at Dodger Stadium. We'll worry about the way this team is playing Monday against the Royals. We're like, this team's playing terrible baseball. I don't know why. You got to win one game this weekend, and they didn't. And they've fallen 7 games out. And you're thinking to yourself now, like, I mean, even the idea of hanging around in this division as we speak right now is hard to envision. And that's why winning one game this weekend was so critical, and they didn't. But they just forget everything. Use tomorrow as a starting point or a jumping off point because you can't go back and change anything that happened over the course of the last 10 days. And it's all been bad for the last 10 days.
Yeah, you dug yourself a hole. This is on you guys. I stand by their response after Bob Melvin called them out on Thursday is embarrassing this weekend, frankly. I don't care that you're playing the Dodgers. You need to be better and just not a great look. Like, hey, are we just not going to respond at all? Or we have to wait till we play a shitty Royals team to do something? Like, is that what we're going to have to do?
Does that fix it? I mean, what if the Royals go up 2-0 tomorrow in the first inning? Are we going to be saying, "Oh, here comes the big comeback"?
And great, they could win 2 or 3 versus the Royals, but if they do that and they look somewhat decent doing it, like that still doesn't change my opinion on this team right now. Is that they're not playing good baseball. They're in their heads mentally, and you need to go on a sustained stretch where you play not just a series good, but you need to play like a full month. Like you need to play a good month of baseball. I agree with Bob Melvin today, and I saw a lot of this. Like, well, now we're 7 back. Fuck the standings right now. Just play better baseball.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to bitch and moan about the standings right now because it's not worth it because it's just not. And
it's also crazy though that I mean,
it's more
7
important.
games out.
It's ridiculous, John. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. They did that to themselves. That the only people they have to blame is themselves.
All right, let's get through some supers. All right, Juan Soto walks. Thank you. He says, hire team psychiatrist for the hitters. Can't hurt. They got it all, by the way. I heard Bob Melvin postgame saying they got 4 different coaches going through scouting reports of each one of the players in the lineup. None of it's working. I mean, they could have, Joe DiMaggio could be in there. Yeah, I mean, it's not working.
Joe DiMaggio.
I mean, a bad example, but
Barry Bonds could be in the lineup.
Yeah, exactly. Jake, thank you again for the super. He says, "Oh no, we suck again." That's from Waterboy. I'm told. Jim.
Oh no, we suck again.
Dude, not a good weekend. Not a good. I mean, a disastrous road trip. 1-5 against the Twins and the Dodgers. A disastrous road trip. I forecasted this possibility. What if they go 2-4 on this trip and they come home under 500? They went worse. They went 1-5. JD Gatcher, thank you, says, I think the Padres may still be hungover from the NLDS. I read this actually earlier. No other reason for this mental fog. Even us Dodger fans are saying WTF Pods. All right, so Dodgers fan in the chat, but recognizing that the Padres should be playing better than that than they have so far.
I don't think it's a. I mean, they didn't win the World Series last year. Like, you can't just be tooting your own horn just by making the NLCS and beating the Dodgers.
89 games.
Yeah, come on. I mean, this team's not on pace to even close to that this year.
No, if you look at these Zips projections, I did it tonight. You look at some of these other projections. I mean, the Padres are anywhere between 84 and 89 wins from what I'm looking at right now.
If this team
84 and 89 wins.
If this team wins 89 games this year, they'll make the postseason.
Oh,
but if you're just and they could win a World Series, right? That'd be fucking awesome. But did anybody expect this team to win 89 games this year?
Yeah, I mean, maybe people predicted low 90s, right? 90, 91. What was the Vegas number?
Brent on John and Jim, I think he said like 87.
I think he said less than that. He was like 84.
No, he said 87.
Did he?
Yeah.
Because look at it this way: to win 89, they got to go 70 and 51.
51.
It's good baseball. That's a season's worth of pretty darn good baseball.
And they have been under 500 in just the regular season for how long now? Dating back to the last month.
I think the last 162.
The first month of last year.
I think it's the last 162. So thank you guys for these super chats. Great way to support this channel. We're going to get to all of them. Busy night. Padres drop a series in LA. They're swept in a series in LA. We're reacting to it. We're looking ahead. Big homestand coming up. It really is. Royals and Red Sox. You have to find a way. You just got to find a way here to turn the page and put together a good homestand if that's possible based on the way they're playing right now. Run It Back says, I blame Venus. Do you think Venus McChicken had anything to do with the team's play over the last 5 days?
No.
Yeah. I can't blame Venus. I just can't. Like, Venus isn't the one that's like cheering in the dugout. And what was going on in the dugout real quick? You've got Machado at the end of it. You got Cruz. You have Tatis. Who else was it? Was Bogarts a part of that in the dugout with 2 outs in the 9th inning?
No, it was Soto, Tatis,
Soto.
Odor, and Manny.
What on earth kind of look is that? Like, I don't care what happened. 2 outs in the 9th inning, you're about to get swept by the Dodgers and you're getting shut out and everyone's having a good old time.
Yeah, it was a horrible look.
Just
bad optics. Like,
I mean,
I don't care if someone
funny.
made the funniest joke on the
Yeah.
planet. Like, we can't be doing that at that moment
Yeah.
because cameras are everywhere. Fans are going to see it. Fans aren't going to be happy, especially getting swept at Dodger Stadium. I mean, it's a bad look overall. It's a bad look for that team, for those guys, for those players.
It is. It's a really bad look. Carson, thank you for the super. He says, what are some fixes you guys can think of? Well, a couple of things. I'm very curious if there's some reactionary move. I'm not talking about a trade. Is there a move within the system that's made come tomorrow? Is there a catching change that comes?
Look,
again, these aren't changing everything, but is there some type of ceremonial change to recognize that this is unacceptable? I don't want it to be a hitting coach. I think that's stupid. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was some organizational movement, roster movement, something that transpired between now and the start of the game tomorrow. I really wouldn't.
What would that move be?
Well, I mean, you could.
There's no top prospect ready to go. I think if you make any changes with the coaching staff, that's also not a good look. 42 games or 43 games into the season. You're not going to make a trade.
No, but you could send someone down. You could send someone down to make a point.
I don't think they would do that.
You don't think they'd send Austin Nola down who's hitting 100 to make a point?
I don't, even though he has, I think, one option left or options left. I don't, because who are you going to bring up?
Well, that's the only problem. I'll tell you this: the AAA catcher in El Paso is having a better year than Austin Nola. I know that.
Okay, cool. He's in AAA for a reason.
Yeah, but dude, you can't what's the definition of insanity? I mean, you keep doing this. I mean, Austin Nola has no value, none.
I know he doesn't. I know, but again, John, there's no magic move here. You bring up a AAA catcher.
Ceremonial.
You bring up a AAA catcher, it doesn't change the fact that Manny Machado can't fucking hit the baseball.
Well, no shit. They're not going to trade Manny Machado, but there will be moves that come if this continues.
I mean, I see people in the chat, DFA Odor. Okay, great.
You have to do something is my point. Obviously, you're not going to be like, oh, let's package Tatis and Machado for Ohtani there. I mean, obviously nothing of significance is coming. It's May 14th, but you got to do something. They've had very limited roster movement.
Very limited.
26 man.
Well, I mean, you got a bunch of guys that are pretty much cemented in their spots. You're not moving Soto. You're not moving Tatis. You're not moving off of Cronenworth. You're not moving Bogarts, Manny. I mean, it's those guys right there that I just named off.
Trent Grisham is hitting 205 with a sub 700 OPS. Hassan Kim's got 670 OPS. Austin Nola's got a 400 OPS. There's moves if they want to make them. Okay. I mean, this isn't hey, you're guaranteed your job for the year. Now, again, I don't know if anything will come tomorrow or not. JD Gaucho says, yes, plenty of time to recover, but if Bomel's rant didn't resonate, then maybe getting swept will. This ain't October 22 anymore. Yeah, you can't rest your laurels, obviously, on last postseason. Now, you could always say that they could have this horrific season series again against the Dodgers and maybe turn it on in October. It's stupid. It's stupid to say that, hey, they're 1-5 against the Dodgers, but they were 1-5 last year against the Dodgers. Maybe they can beat them in the postseason. I don't think anyone's overly confident about that happening.
I'm last year I was pissed every series they lost to the Dodgers. I'm like, you can't keep losing to the Dodgers, right? And then they go out and beat them in the NLDS.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This has to do with how they're playing right now. If they were playing well and they kept losing to the Dodgers, then it's a Dodger thing. I think this is just this right now, what they're dealing with. This is a team thing. This is not a who we're playing team or thing. This is a team thing, which is they can't fucking hit with any clutch at all. When a runner gets in scoring position, they can't do shit. I mean, that Fox graphic yesterday was, it was insane. They went 0 for 6 today with runners in scoring position, correct? Right, John?
0 for 9.
0 for 9. So in losses this year, which is now 22, they're 11 for 153 with runners in scoring position.
So what is that? They're hitting like 120.
No, they're hitting like 060. They're hitting
right,
077.
under 100. Yeah, right.
They're hitting way under 100.
Right.
That's not even fathomable. Fathomable. Can't even think about. I can't even speak.
Right.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
11
shut
for
out.
100. 11 for 153. You've been shut out 6 times this year.
They've been shut out. They're pacing to be shut out 24 times.
I didn't read Kevin's article, but the headline was about the A's or something. And
yeah, that was yesterday. I mean, the only team that's been shut out more than the Padres is the A's.
They're 11 for 153 with runners in scoring position, and they're 22 losses this year. And in their wins, they're hitting over 300, well over 300. I mean,
it's almost like hitting in the clutch is important to winning or losing.
You think?
Let me get to the beef. That is crazy. I mean, to be that anemic.
11 for 153 as a team.
11 hits and 22 losses. Look at it that way.
With runners in scoring position.
Yeah, with runners in scoring position.
And then the stat that I saw you talk about the other day when you were on after me, right. And I had to go back and like double check it. Them not scoring more than 3 runs in a single inning all year long, minus 1 inning in Mexico.
Right. They had a 4-run inning in Mexico, but that's stupid. I mean, you're 41 games in, and in 41, you still haven't had an inning with more than 4 runs, and you've had only 1 with 4 runs, and that was in Mexico.
In the 8th inning.
Bonkers. It's just, we're just trying to, it doesn't make any sense, but you're trying to make it make sense.
Teams fall out of bed and have a 6-run inning.
Every team has had more than 1 4-run inning in baseball, obviously, other than the Padres. I'm not even going to look it up. The beef says 1 to 5 are Helen Keller impersonators. This is insane. Pitching was supposed to be the issue, not hitting. What the F is this? Holy hell. I may have to take a week off to save my marriage. Dude, I might have to take a season off to do that, by the way, the beef. But, dude, you can't. We can give you the numbers, and we can say, by the way, you know what? Bogart should be hitting 6th, and Tatis should be batting cleanup.
You're rearranging chairs on the Titanic, dude. It's just not,
and nobody knows what it's going to – I mean, that's just random dumb luck if that's what fixes it. They've already tried this. They already put Cronenworth second to quote-unquote lengthen this lineup out. That hasn't done anything.
And great. It works 1 game, but that's is it sustainable?
Well, and this still doesn't solve your Kim, Grisham, Carpenter, Cruz, Nola, Sullivan dynamic that's playing out.
Which is a like – net negative 100 or what. Like, it's just, I mean, you're getting 0 from those guys. Cronenworth, I mean, he's in a massive slump right now. Manny is in a massive slump right now. He's in a season-long slump. I mean, you got Tatis hitting a little bit, and Soto's still hitting. Yeah, Bogarts has regressed since the start of the year for sure.
He's been terrible.
He's been horrible, but. I mean, right now you got automatic outs up and down this lineup, and this is what did I was afraid of this happening, and everyone's like, it's fine. It's the first 2 weeks of the season. You don't want this shit snowballing, because then it snowballs, and then it becomes a massive problem, and then it becomes, because baseball is such a mental game that you go deeper and deeper and deeper down into the well of nothingness, where you are fighting your way and clawing your way to get out of that hole. And by the time you get out, it might be I'm not saying it will be too late, but you might be looking up and you're like 115 games in the season.
Listen to this utter stupidity because I wanted to look it up. I've done this a couple of times this year. I haven't done it in 2 weeks because Machado actually had hit the ball better for 10 days at least. His 654 OPS, Jim, is seventh worst in the National League among regulars. Think about that. There's 15 teams in the National League. You got probably 8 or 9 qualifiers per team. So do the math on that. There's 125 qualifiers in the National League. He's got the seventh worst OPS. Manny Machado, who finished second in National League MVP voting, is the seventh worst regular in the National League.
Yeah, he's got to be better, man. I mean, you're the leader of this team. I'm glad he spoke today. I don't have much problem with his quotes, to be honest with you.
Even though we might win tomorrow, we might lose tomorrow. Who knows?
Dude, it's Manny. It's whatever, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not going to look too much into that. But he knows he's struggling. He wore the tight pants today, try to get himself out of it. Didn't work. You go 0 for 11 in the series versus the Dodgers versus 1 walk. It wasn't good enough, and he knows it. He'll be the first one to tell you. And he has to be much better. It's just plain and simple as that. I mean, you're the captain of this team. You're making $30+ million a year. You just signed a massive contract, and you're sucking right now, dude. You are sucking right now. You're one of the worst players offensively in baseball. You got to be better.
Jared with a prediction again. If you want to get your prediction in, we're looking for total runs plus hits plus errors for the Padres and the Royals series coming up, and the winner or the person that guesses the closest without going over is going to get this Foco Padres floral cap. And also,
are you going back and looking at all these?
No, that's the thing. That's going to be your job. That's a good point. Plus this Foco floral button down or button up. So we're looking for total runs plus hits plus errors in this Padres Royals series. And Jared says 14 runs, 28 hits, and 1 error. All right, I want to get back to the chat in a moment. I also want to remind our viewers about our title sponsor on the wrap-up show. Long weekend for Padres fans, including Mark Nimitz, who's a diehard Padres fan and a lifelong San Diegan. And I've been communicating with him throughout the course of the weekend. And I'll tell you this, it's a challenging weekend, obviously, right now. It's a tough time for Padres fans, and that's why we're trying to console each other here tonight. But Mark is a great insurance agent. He really is. You can take it from us. I've got homeowners, earthquake, a life insurance policy through Mark. He can save you $750 by switching your insurance to him. So think about that. I mean, he can save you all kinds of money just by switching your insurance. You can get to his website by clicking the link down below in the description. You can see it on the screen right now. You can get free quotes online. And Mark is just a terrific insurance agent. He's got great service and communication. He takes care of everything. And if you support this channel, please support Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He'll talk to you about how to save money. He'll talk to you about the Padres. If you have a renewal coming up, get in contact with Mark before you renew. If you're looking for a new policy, you can contact Mark Nimitz as well. He's our title sponsor here since day one on the wrap-up show.
Yeah, all this information's above my head. Check out Mark Nimitz at mnimitz at farmersagent.com. When you reach out to him, let him know that John and Jim from the wrap-up show sent you.
All right, thank you, Mark. This might be what it takes. I like this. I like this mojo. HBVVBRBFBBFBN is willing to reveal his or her name if they don't get swept by the Royals.
They don't
so
sweep
if the
the Royals.
Padres, if they don't sweep the Royals.
Like they need to sweep the Royals. Like if they lose to the Royals.
Okay, so we get a name reveal even if they lose one game. So are we rooting for them to lose one game to the Royals so we get this name, or are we rooting for a sweep?
I'd rather just win the fucking series. That's all I ask.
So 2 out of 3, you're going to reveal your name.
And that's not like score 2 runs here. I mean, can they go out there and, I don't know, score like 6 or 7 runs tomorrow night and have an inning where they score 4?
Let me read you the weather. Let me give you the marine layer excuse.
God.
69 and cloudy tomorrow.
Oh, they're fucked.
69 and partly cloudy Tuesday.
Oh, they're so screwed.
The game Wednesday, I assume, is a day game.
Yeah.
Against the Royals. 68 and partly cloudy.
Oh, they're so
that fucked. Might be the saving grace.
Partly cloudy is a saving grace.
There it is. That's going to save the season, that Wednesday day game where it's 68 and partly cloudy.
Yeah.
Retod, thank you, says, I guess 1 run or wait. Did I just go over? You're saying for the 3-game series against the Royals. Please help us if that happens. I mean, please help us if that happens.
If they
That
score,
can't happen.
look, if they score just one run this series, I will literally shave my head.
So, man, now I'm conflicted.
There's no fucking way this team's going to score one run in 3 games here at Petco Park.
If they
No
score
chance.
just 2 runs,
No.
Jim will shave his beard.
No chance.
Why not?
I got engagement shoots in like 2 weeks. Not happening.
Grow back. Be a man.
No.
You've had a beard since you were like 5.
I know. I came out of my mom. It sounded weird. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Oh, yeah. Happy Mother's Day. Padres get swept
with a beard.
Happy Mother's Day.
I came out of my mom. That sounds
What
so
is
weird.
wrong with you?
Oh, God. Hold on. I got something that I need to get. I need to get this right now because we need to do a quick review on this channel. Get to some more super chats.
Okay. Quick what? JMR, what's going on, man? Thank you for the super. Guys, thanks for the supers. We're getting to all of them. We really do appreciate your support of this channel. We're here for you. There will be better days. I don't know if this is a low point or not, but this team is going to play better baseball than they have been playing. You need to have faith in that. Okay, so JMR wants to move the lineup around. He says Tatis to 3 or 4, Odor down, Jose Iglesias up, 100% mental. I'm all for that. I have no clue what Jose Iglesias has done. Has anyone seen what Jose Iglesias has done?
No, but bring him up. I know what you're talking about.
Wait, you know what I'm talking about?
Like, I know people were talking about Jose Iglesias. They signed him.
What's he been doing, though?
All right. So
hold on. Give me 1 second. He's been bad. 717 OPS in El Paso. I don't think that's saving the team. All right. What do you got?
You'd be like 4th on the team if you had that here.
True.
All right. I went out today. We went shopping, and I saw this at Ralph's, and I was like, I need to get this because we need to have some good mojo on the wrap-up show tonight. I got the hard seltzer Musgrove mango from Ashland. All right. This is Musgrove's seltzer. It's a mango flavor, naturally flavored. Try this right now. Ready?
So you're going to get drunk tonight?
Ooh. No, I want to. Yeah, I probably will. Yeah. Ready? Here we go. Oh, that's delicious.
You know me. I love some seltzer. I like some mango.
I'll bring you some tomorrow. These are fantastic.
I got June Shine in the fridge that I should be drinking as well.
The Musgrove mango hard seltzer from Ashland. Pick them up at Ralph's stores. They're delicious. Just ultimate shameless plug. Not even promoting them. Yeah. Just go pick it up. It's good.
Okay, I like it. Hazen Cards, thank you for your super chat. He says, has anyone thought about bringing a goose? By the way, the next win, I don't think I can see a pinata at this point. You can't go 1-7 over an 8-game stretch and then start swinging freaking sticks at pinatas.
That's a good idea. That's probably a good idea.
If you were 5-3 over the last 8, yeah, sure. If everything's good, keep it going.
It's not the best for our pinata John and Jim shirts or our good vibes sombrero hat t-shirts.
True. But it's best for the team.
Best for the team, yeah.
Yeah, it's best for the team. All right, let's get to the super from Tom the salesman. Thank you, Tom. He says, what's the difference between diarrhea and the Padres offense?
Nothing.
With diarrhea, you at least get runs. Tom, you be here all night? I like it. Yeah, Padres offense is bad.
I mean, breaking fucking news.
It's bad.
Like, what are you
bad? It's really, really, really bad. And it's even worse at home. Imagine that. Carson says we only have 3 players in the OPS plus over 100. Yeah, so only 3 players have been league average this year. Think about that. 3 players.
What, Bogarts, Tatis, and Soto?
Gotta be.
It's definitely not.
Is that right, Carson?
It's definitely not Cronenworth. It's no one else in that lineup. It's got to be Tatis, Bogarts, and Soto. Has to be. I'm
still wondering where. Oh, well, hold on real quick. Let me look at the box score. Obviously Tatis, obviously Soto, and yeah, it is Bogarts. It has to be.
Yeah.
James, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says it's sad that we have an offensive coordinator and can't even score a touchdown worth of runs. How many runs did they score like in the last 5 losses? Not a lot.
They scored 4 runs this weekend.
How many they scored against the Twins in the final 2 games?
7. They scored 3 runs in the final game.
Oh, they scored 3 in both the losses. So 6.
So they scored 10 runs in the last their 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, that's a good way to lose 5 consecutive games, 2 runs per game.
And you get good pitching. Like that's the thing is like,
They've
what the
had like
fuck?
some of the best pitching in baseball in May.
Dude. I mean, what is Peter Seidler's thinking? I mean, Peter Seidler's probably like,
are we going to hear from someone? I mean, maybe not right after the Dodgers series, but then you're admitting like, hey, we have to talk after the Dodgers series. But are we going to hear from AJ Preller? Can we hear from Peter Seidler?
No, because you know what their response would be, John? It would be, hey, we have a lot of time left. We got guys in the clubhouse that we believe in. They are all-star players. Look at the back of their baseball card. They've performed. We believe that they're going to perform and turn this thing around. And it's not the end of the world right now. We're playing bad baseball, but guess what? It's only 42 games in.
And look at the Braves and look at the Nationals and
look at that and look at that and look at that and blah, 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 blah. But again, what else do you want them to say? And what else can they do?
Well, I mean, I want them to say what Bob Melvin said the other day, but apparently the team wasn't prepared to handle that level of criticism.
They weren't, and guess what? It's not going to do any good. And the only thing that they can do is try and be positive and know that they are all, well, not all, but the guys in the middle of that lineup, the guys that are making the big bucks are all stars and MVP caliber players. And if they don't believe that, and if they just give up here and say, I fucking suck, I just need to quit baseball, why even play anymore? I'm having a horrible season. I'm just going to quit on this season. They don't say, I mean, if they say that, then people are going to freaking lose their minds. So what else are they supposed to say? They're supposed to be positive. They're supposed to say things are going to turn around. They're supposed to say that we're good, blah, 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 blah. That's what they're supposed to say. And we're supposed to criticize when they go on the field and don't do it because that's our job. And when they do it, then we praise them for it and say that it was fun and that's good.
Yeah, we'll say it's fun. Before I get back to the Supers, I just put a link in the chat for the best of UT readers poll that's going to close, I think, in the next 24 or 48 hours. So if you haven't voted for us,
17th?
Okay, so 72 hours. It's going to close in the next couple of days. If you have not voted for us, please do. We're nominated for 3 categories: Best of UT Readers Poll, I think Best Sports Talk Show, Best Radio Show, Best Drive Time Show. It takes like 30 seconds to vote. We really do appreciate your support of the channel and our radio show and our content. So if you like what we do, it doesn't cost a penny. Just click that link while you hang out with us on the wrap-up show, whether you're here live or on replay. Just put it in the live chat. We appreciate your willingness to vote for us in the Best of UT Readers Poll.
Please vote for us, please.
Please. Vector 53, thanks, man. He says, who's the better team, 15 pods or May 23 pods? Probably the 15 pods.
No, this team's better than that. This team's dude.
This team's better than the 15 pods at this point.
The talent-wise,
that doesn't matter. You're not going to hang a banner for that. I mean,
okay.
The 15 Padres fired their manager with a 500 record 60 or 70 games in, correct?
Yeah, you're not firing Bob Melvin.
I know. But I mean, let's not, I don't think this team has been discernibly better than the 2015 Padres to this point.
And he fired Bud Black because that wasn't AJ's guy. He got hired that season with Bud Black already as manager.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a good excuse for him in his mind to fire Bud Black that time.
And then they sold off parts. I mean, obviously the 15 Padres by the end were nothing, but the anticipation for the 2015 Padres was high. The anticipation for the 2023 Padres is high. There are some unfortunate similarities going on right now between those two teams.
Well, this season, you can't match this season's expectations and hype coming into the season and to any other Padres season.
No, but 2015 was high.
It was high, but not as high as this.
Fair. But
I would argue 2021 was higher.
High expectations don't guarantee anything. 15, 21, 23.
Right.
So, they might have this team might be quote unquote better, but not right now. This whole back of baseball card thing, I mean, maybe that works to their benefit this year, or maybe Manny Machado has a bad year.
It's shaping up to be a bad year for Manny. Hopefully he turns, he gets hot at the right time, and his year overall probably won't look great. But if this team can, get the postseason and Manny's playing hot in September and going in October, then that's fine. That's all that matters. He's probably not going to have a good overall season though. When you look at it, it just probably won't happen. But if he can be hot at the right time, that's what you want, and make sure he's healthy.
No, I agree. Run it back. Thanks for the super. He says Crone contract not looking good. Averaged 230 last year. He's won for his last 20, by the way. I mean, it's too early to talk about any of these contracts, in my opinion. Whether it's Machado's extension, Bogart's 11-year deal, Tatis for 340, Cronenworth for 80. I mean, let's see what happens this year, and then judge these guys. These are such big deals that you can't judge them day in, day out, week in, week out, even month in, month out. But let's see what happens at the end of the year, and then make our initial assessment on some of these deals.
But Manny said today, he said, talk to me at the end of the year. All right.
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
To be honest, we will.
Go. Yeah, we will. And go.
We'll be at your locker.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Not really.
Maybe not me and you, but
yeah.
Vicious Pac-Man, thank you. He says, can we just bring up the El Paso team in general? No, unfortunately. And again, not to say that they're going to save the ship or save the season, but I mean, ceremony, like, you have to make a move to say this is not tolerable. Like, this performance, the expectations are so high. We're doing Manny Machado bobbleheads tomorrow. The bobblehead probably has a better chance of getting on base than he does.
Is that tomorrow or Tuesday?
15th, right?
Oh, yeah, it's 15th.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you think he starts on his bobblehead day?
They've been terrible on those bobblehead days.
Dude, I saw someone in the chat say they're 0-4 on giveaways at Petco this year.
Imagine if they sit him tomorrow. I mean, he sat a couple of times this year. You could probably at some point, what do they have? Thursday off, and they have a day off next week too. You can't sit these players right now. They have to play.
You just have to get.
They have to
work their way out of it.
That's how do you get out of it? By sitting? I mean, Soto got out of it by hitting. You know,
give credit to him. You know, hopefully he doesn't. You know, revert and see all the shit in this lineup.
Well, yeah. San Diego Soto is terrible. Outside of San Diego Soto is like a 1,000 OPS player.
Right, he's amazing.
You know, HBVV, I'm with you on this, man. Yeah, I mean, these fans, deserve more than what this team has shown so far. And again, 40 games doesn't make a season, but the way this city has rallied around this team, for them to play like this and to be uninspired and not even really fully recognize it. Have I heard anyone say we haven't done well by our fans as of yet? I have not. Maybe I've missed it.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not a good look. There's 45,000 people there, and you don't show up at home, and you don't score. You're the worst hitting team in baseball. They're bad at home.
All I know is if tomorrow night they go 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the first inning, people will start booing. I mean,
yeah, as they should.
I mean, if this team tomorrow
loses
4-2. Mm-hmm. I mean, Tuesday is gonna, dude. I mean, seriously, we just need to do a full show of Chat AI. Like, just to have a Chat AI show.
We're gonna do a Chat AI show tomorrow on John.
We're not even gonna talk. We're just gonna do the full show from Chat AI. Because what else are we supposed to say? We've said it all. There's nothing else to say.
I could pull up.
It's the same shit over and over and over again.
I could pull up Chat AI for our viewers if you really wanted, or we could just save it for the radio tomorrow. No, I'm with you.
Hold on real quick before we get to that super.
Yeah.
Pedro, this isn't us. Those are you're mistaking us for other people.
He's trying to get under our skin. Pedro's a loyal viewer. We don't kiss their butts, Pedro. You know that. In fact, if you listen to I'm listening to a lot. I'm consuming a lot of content, and you're not going to get more of a real critique of this team anywhere than from us.
Is kissing their butt saying that Manny Machado sucks right now?
That's credible and legitimate. You're not going to get more of a accurate critique of the team than we're going to provide for you, of people that actually have any clue about what they're talking about. JD's third says, hire Albert Pujols as hitting coach and assistant hitting coach. Shoot, hire him to play. Employ him to hit. Shoot, Fernando Tatis Sr. Let's do it all. Let's hire Senior. Let's hire Pujols. Let's bring back the previous 13 hitting coaches. Let's get Preller in the dugout in uniform.
I like it.
What else can we do? Let's get Jose Iglesias here to sing.
I mean,
who's the Iglesias that sings?
Hey, here's an idea. Why don't we just bring back the 98 Padres again?
Like it.
And we can hire them.
Mark Sweeney in that dugout.
Yeah, do that.
I see. You see what
I see that too. I don't want to go there.
No, we can't. We can't because we cannot. We cannot. All right. While we have a moment, let's take a deep breath, everyone. And while we have a moment, let's remind our viewers that we have a great partner here on the Wrap Up Show. A number of them, including Aura, ora.organic. You can click the link in the description down below, and you can learn all about their products. You can go to ora.organic. It's a plant-based nutrition company. They've got a probiotic that is so good that not only am I taking it, my wife is now taking it every single day for digestion, heart health, mental clarity. There's a million reasons to take a probiotic. They also have pre-workout supplements. They have proteins for after workouts. They have sleep pills, immunity pills. They have so many great products that can improve your overall health, active nutrition, gut health, all types of products. So we appreciate the support of Aura. Their co-founder, Will, is a huge Padres fan and a San Diegan. They've got offices right here in San Diego and Liberty Station. Again, it's ora.organic. Click the link down below. Get healthier, whether it's yourself, your family, your friends, whomever it is. If you're looking to get healthier this year, we all are. Please support our partner, Aura, ora.organic.
Yeah, go there right now. They have everything you need to live a healthy lifestyle. It's all plant-based, organic. It's the healthiest on the market. www.aura.organic. Go there, check out their supplements, pick up some stuff, and help out Will. He's a lifelong Padres fan, and you'll thank us later.
Oh, you'll be thanking us.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
you will. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
In terms of, guys, thanks for hanging out. Please subscribe if you're here. Year-round Padres content. Let's get back to some of these supers. HBVV says, I'm not going to work until they start winning.
All right.
Well, you might not be working. Are you going to be able to keep your job if you just stay out?
Yeah, I hope you're good at staying home for a while.
No, hopefully not, man. You can't keep losing against the Kansas City Royals, who are 12-30. They're the worst team in baseball? No, the A's. But how many wins do the A's have?
Like 7, John.
No, they have 9. They got 3 more wins than the A's. Kansas City. They're not getting the same hatred as the A's because they're not moving to Las Vegas and playing in front of 40 fans. But
yeah, if they don't,
12-30.
If you don't, if you don't sweep these guys this 3-game series, what the fuck?
Got to be 2 out of 3. I'll say that.
Like
got to be 2 out of 3.
Minimum.
Yeah, you could erase that Dodgers series nicely with a sweep. I mean, just statistically speaking, win 3 straight. Matthew, what's going on, man? Thank you for your super. He says, let's get Tingler for post-game battling speech. I don't even think they're battling right now.
They're not battling at all.
I don't know what they're doing.
They are. It's the opposite of battling. Whatever that is.
Okay, there's this too. Thank you, Matthew. And this is an interesting point from Nate. Fox announcers on Saturday were commenting on the heart of the Padres clubhouse being pieced together and less homegrown. Are these guys just not gelling together? And they says, yet, hopefully.
I mean, it feels that way. It feels like the Dodgers. They have guys in that clubhouse that have been through it all with that team collectively. The Muncies, the Betts. I mean, Freeman's only been there for a year, but Kershaw, Dave Roberts has been through it all. He's been in every situation. You got core guys on that team that the younger guys look towards, and they're like, "Oh, we're good. We're in good hands because these guys have been through it all. They've been through everything together." And for as much as we hate the Dodgers, you look at them and think to yourself, man, I wish the Padres had like a core that has been through it all together, through everything, and that just hasn't happened. I mean, you've got a bunch of pieces together. I mean, Tatis wasn't there for the run last year, so he doesn't know what it's like. Bogarts is new to this club. Cronenworth, yeah. Musgrove, okay. But they just haven't done it for long enough at a consistent level like the Dodgers have.
You want to start a Dodgers wrap-up show?
Eat shit.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've been saying for weeks, every time I say it, Jim shoots it down. I think at some point he's going to say the same thing if this continues. I've been saying that something is off.
Something is off.
I mean, I've followed baseball for way too long to assume that this is just normal baseball activity that has transpired over these 41 games. It's just not. I mean, they're not snake bitten. They're not losing every game 10-9, or they're having injuries every single day. They're not playing well. So why?
Yeah, this runners in scoring position thing, dude. That shit is rough.
I love this from Retide. You know what, guys? We're busting a DC. Screw you. We're gonna be
They
we're on
start doing what
commercial.
they did in Major League. They make them go on a bus everywhere, and the bus like has to like break down and shit.
We're flying commercial out east, and then we're busing everywhere out east.
Hey Manny, you gotta pay for your own flight.
That's what it's gonna take.
Manny, you get the back of the plane.
It's hilarious. All right, guys, we're going to get back to the chat in a moment. I do want to remind our viewers about our partner, Underdog Fantasy. This is the place to be playing fantasy baseball and more, drafting, pick 'em. So easy. You can go to underdogfantasy.com and use promo code PODSWRAP to win 20 times your money in a single night. That's PADSWRAP. Daily pick 'ems. You win 3 times your money by getting 2 right, up to 20 times your money by getting 5 picks right. With Pick'em Insurance, you can still win 10 times your money and get one of your picks wrong. So check them out. Again, underdogfantasy.com. Double your first deposit up to $100 by using promo code WRAP. No, not promo code WRAP up. What is it? PODSWRAP. Promo code PADSWRAP at underdogfantasy.com. I'm going to pull it up on the screen right now. Here's how easy it is to play Pick'ems. You can combine multiple sports. I'm going to do it right now for you. LeBron James is scoring more than 25.5 points tomorrow night. Is that correct, Jim?
Yes.
In Denver, LeBron will score 25.5 points. Let me see the Jokic. I have to see the Jokic. Is like 80 points. Is he going to score 28.5 against your boy AD or no?
Shut up. It's my boy AD.
Higher or lower than 28.5?
Higher. Jokic is crazy. Jokic is insane.
Yeah, I know. Let's take a look at the Pods Royals game that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatis 9.5 fantasy points. I mean, I don't see them. I'll take it to speak it into existence.
Okay. Me too.
You know? And I'll take the lower on Bobby Witt Jr. because if Bobby Witt Jr. has 8.5 fantasy points, we're all going to cry. So I'm going to make a $20 bet on that. Look at that. If I go 4 for 4 there, $20 turns into $200.
Jesus.
Now if I insure it, $20 turns into $120. I get 3 out of 4. I can win $120. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code PODSWRAP. Double your first deposit up to $100. PADSWRAP. Watch this, Jim. Boom. Higher, lower. Take that, Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah. Eat shit, Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt is 5 for 5.
Good job, Jim. 5 for 5 with 2 home runs. Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's pitching tomorrow for the Padres? Waka?
Yeah. I don't care who's pitching. It doesn't matter because the pitcher's probably not going to score any runs. So the hitters need to score runs. You like that breakdown?
Oh, that's a good breakdown.
Because Waka's not going to hit.
You should cut that up and make it into a clip and put it on Instagram.
I'm going to, seriously. Cruiser, thanks, man. He says 9th inning laughs equals confidence. They turn it around, hopefully, or equals total disregard for the way this team is performing and a total lack of care.
And a total lack of awareness that
Yes.
you guys just got swept, and go laugh in the clubhouse, not in the fucking field where everybody could see you.
Yeah, go laugh with your pinatas in the back of the freaking bus. Like, why do we have 82 pinatas with us when we can't even beat anyone?
He's like, they probably bought like 85 pinatas, and they're like, we are gonna use like 60 of these guys. What are we doing here?
Let's go to charity, these pinatas. I mean, give them to kids' birthday parties.
We
in
have
San Diego
13
County.
pinatas left over. What do we do?
HBPV wants to fly Nola and Snell on Spirit. Wow, Dick Montfort comment. Montfort is laughing. You know the Padres are a game up on the Rockies. Do I have that right? Or 2?
The race for the race for 4th in the NL West is heating up.
I'll tell you, there's some bad teams in the NL West.
Yeah, they are. Speaking of the Rockies, did you see what Bryce Harper did today?
I did. When he was like, "You're a terrible organization. Like, leave us alone."
He said, "You're." What did he say? You're a joke of an organization. Hold on, I have it here in front of me. He said, "You're a loser fucking organization, every single one of you." That's so savage, dude. Oh my god, that is so savage.
Like,
that's
dude,
fucking insane. That's awesome. I love it. You're a fucking loser organization, every single one of you.
Meanwhile, this guy's got like multiple like Tommy John surgeries and was like,
He's hitting like 700.
exactly. Like doesn't make any
He's
sense.
incredible.
Doesn't make any sense. Jared, thanks, man. He says, how do they open the pinatas? They can't hit. Could they hit the pinatas? That's basically the last thing they've hit. That damn pinata, the stationary pinata.
They hit the pinata more than they hit the baseball.
Gosh. Yeah, I'm telling you, Jim, I don't think it's status quo tomorrow. I have a feeling I'm with you. Machado's not being sent to freaking Lake Elsinore. But
Could you imagine?
Odor, it's been fun.
Bye-bye.
So someone's got to just give me some. I haven't looked at the AAA roster. Maybe we'll have the AAA announcer on tomorrow to talk about it. Is anyone doing anything that would warrant a potential call up to provide anything? Jim will discount it. You don't think there's anyone in El Paso that could provide any value?
No.
Oh, no one.
No.
I'm clicking right now on their stats because I think you're wrong. Let's see. I'm going to save this team.
Okay.
Here's how I'm going to do it. Everyone on this team has like a 5,000 OPS. Alfonso Rivas, come on down with your 1,000 OPS in 31 games. You're going to save our season at first base. There's your new first baseman, Alfonso Rivas. Okay, could you use 1,000 OPS, Jim? Have they looked? Maybe they should be looking at these stats. Preston Tucker, 1,000 OPS in left. See you later, Juan. Preston Tucker's the new left fielder. Brandon Dixon, 943 OPS in right. See you later, Tatis. Yorman Rodriguez, catcher, 911 OPS. Bye-bye, Austin. That's double your OPS. Yorman is now the next starter for the next 10 years.
Just for one game, they bring up the entire AAA roster.
Is it Tim Lopes or Lopez, whatever? He's got a 906 OPS. He's your new second baseman by HSK.
Wasn't he like balling in spring training?
He's got 8 home runs, which is more than like the team.
Bring him up.
Pedro Severino, you're the other catcher coming up. Bye-bye, Sullivan. Bye-bye, Nola. Severino, thank you. Yorman Rodriguez, thank you. David Dahl, bye-bye, Trent Grisham. Luis Liberato, you're a new backup center fielder. Jose Iglesias, you're a new backup shortstop.
How many times I saw freaking people tweeting about Luis Liberato or whatever his name is, and freaking Tim Lopes in spring training. It was like, these are the greatest hitters in the history of the sport.
Let me save the pitching. I can't because everyone's got an 8. Jay Groom and your 7.88 ERA. Welcome to the big leagues. You're starting.
Musgrove, bye.
Bye. So, again, it's not good. Royals scored 6 runs today, Jim.
Padres haven't scored 6 runs in like a year.
I mean, they scored 6 in game 1 against the Twins, didn't they? I think they did.
It was a good game.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, let's go.
They seem to be playing half decent for a couple of weeks.
They just, like I said, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. They'll have 2 good games, 3 shit games. 1 good game, 1 bad game, 1 good game. They can't put it together. The longest winning streak this team has this year is 3.
Yeah, well, their longest losing streak is now 5, which is way too long.
It's not good.
It's way too long. It just is. I kind of want to do it, even though they've been terrible. We still got to promote our merch, Jim. Okay. I'm putting a link in the chat. Can you pull that up for a moment? I mean, it's not our fault. Team's losing every day.
John and Jim always have good vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we always have good vibes on this show.
I just put a link in the chat. Jim's going to walk you through.
Yeah, good vibes t-shirts, good vibes women's shirts, crop tops. It's all the best quality shirts out there. People in the chat have said that they fit amazing. Go check it out. Got the pinata shirts.
Soon to be available for us.
Yeah, they're half off. You can find them at Ross and like the just take one please section.
Right.
I do feel like the Offida shirts, they're for everything. I mean, that's what a lot of people feel that way right now. Offida, if you know, you know. Get your Offida shirts. Get your wrap up show City Connect t-shirts. Wrap up show. Golden brown shirts. We got John and Jim shirts. We got wrap up show logo shirts, hats, sweatshirts, John and Jim logos, stickers, everything. I'm an idiot. Just, everything you need there. Go check it out right now. Links in the description and get some merch. And by the way, hold on. Is this right? Oh no, it's not. Yeah, go get your merch today.
All right, put a link in the chat. And yeah, I kind of to put a bow on it. I think I said it on social media after the 8th inning today because I knew there was no chance in how they were coming back. I thought about doing it after like the 4th inning, but I said, like, what happened to this team? Just what happened? I wish I could figure it out. I don't think they know.
I know what happened to this team. They're cursed. Okay. It's the curse.
It was the Kershaw meme.
No, it's the curse. Not the Kershaw meme, the curse.
Did we one up Kershaw the other day? Oh yeah, the other day being like a week ago. Feels like a long 9 days.
I can't talk about Kershaw. Did you hear what happened to him yesterday? His mother passed away yesterday. So
yeah,
kind of he's off limits, guys.
Gen. Is it Gen or Jen? Jen, right?
Jen Ripper.
I don't know. They should get a cutout of Peter Sutherland every time they win. They remove a piece of his clothes. They're gonna win like no games.
Why they want to see that?
That's so dumb.
I don't know.
J Mar, thank you. He says maybe we should sign Daniel Camarena to hit.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's bad. It'll be better tomorrow. We'll be back with you following game 1. Join us on the radio tomorrow. We'll get you ready. We'll figure something out. We'll be talking about all the moves with everyone from El Paso coming up and everyone going down.
You like change their entire roster.
I mean, I'm not scared to sometimes you got to shake something up. I mean,
all right, shake it up.
Something gets shook tomorrow. And it hopefully is, I don't know. Something's getting shaken up tomorrow.
Honestly, Murray, I don't blame you. A lot of fans are upset, rightfully so. And it's a drain on people's mental health because baseball's every day. I mean, baseball's every day. So the ups and downs are insane. So probably put the phone down, go outside, go golfing, go to the beach, go wherever you do, and enjoy your life. And not worry about Manny Machado having a 600 OPS.
But honestly, I feel like these are good. Venting and experiencing a collective disappointment with others has benefit. Like this is like psychology/psychiatry 101. This is the whole purpose. Like we're here to see to the other side of it together. If you just bottle this stuff up, you're going to be like punching like your wall. Mm-hmm. With us, you can punch your wall and hang out with us.
It's even better. And drink seltzers.
So here's the thing. It's baseball. It can turn quick. Let's hope that this thing turns tomorrow night.
They could go 5-1 this week.
Could.
And they could go 5-0 this week.
Well, no, because there's 6 games. I guess if it rains, yeah.
They could go 6-0 this week.
Right. And Boogie says it's rock bottom. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is.
If this is rock bottom, then I think this team will have a good year.
Right. If it's not rock bottom, they might not.
Yeah, because that's all I'm going to say.
Mike Myers, thank you. Loved you in $1 million or whatever. You know what that's from? Or did I pull a fast one on you?
Yeah, you idiot. It's from Austin Powers. And that's not who Michael Myers was in.
Mike Myers is in Austin Powers.
Did you look at the
Oh, God. Isn't he?
Mike Myers. Mike Myers is the name of the actor, not the name of the freaking person on screen. Michael Myers is Friday.
What?
Oh, God. Like kill you? Like
All right, guys. Subscribe. Year-round Padres content. Smash the like button for us. Follow us
Michael
on Twitter
Myers,
at John Schaefer, $1 million. Support our partners. Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have auto, home, renter's life, earthquake insurance needs, he can save you $750 or more. Click the link down below. Get a free quote online from our longtime partner and title sponsor, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Ora, ORA.organic at healthier.
Halloween.
ORA.organic.
Friday the 13th is Freddy Krueger.
Plant-based nutritional products.
No.
UnderdogFantasy.com. Use promo code PODSWRAP, PADS. WRAP, and get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, promo code PODSWRAP. Get a 100% deposit match up to $100. What are you talking about with Halloween?
Friday was Ice Cube. Okay, I'm an idiot. Sorry. At least
Oh my God.
It's Halloween, not fucking Friday. Friday was like, today was a good day.
Alejandro says go to sleep. Lance says good night.
I'm going to.
Yes, Monty Grandal. It saves the season tomorrow. The big deal's coming tomorrow.
Gene has been pumping Grandal and spamming Grandal in the chat.
I love it.
Oh, Friday the 13th is Jason. Sorry. Oh, God.
Mike Myers was in like Saturday Night Live. Wasn't he?
Peace out. Bye.